Good afternoon, Clayton Huey. It's Mr. Ritchie, your principal. I just wanted to take an opportunity for the first time to wish our new kindergarten students to a brand new school year. And for our students that are returning to Clayton Huey, welcome back. We're excited to have you back in the building. I just wanted to provide some information to our parents and community about what school is going to look like this year, and how things have evolved since the last year, and what we've come to learn and grow. Many of you watched Dr. Macera's presentation or were in person during our Board of Ed meeting last night, and we have a lot of really exciting things going on that we're looking forward to this year. So I just wanted to share some information with you here. Okay, so our plan for a reopening of schools this year is to do just that, get back to normal. We want to try to get school back to as close to what it looked like pre-pandemic as possible. Our first day of school is going to be on September 9th. We will be in person for teaching and learning hopefully throughout the entire school year this year. The only time students will be working virtually this year is if you are forced into a quarantine. So what that's going to look like is going to be different at Clayton Huey than it is at the middle school and high school. At Clayton Huey, if any student either tests positive for COVID or is required to quarantine as a close contact, we are going to be providing 1 hour of additional support outside of the normal school time. So your teacher will post virtual material for you to do at home independently, and then we will have another teacher assigned, either your classroom teacher or another support staff teacher assigned to check in with you throughout the day or later in the afternoon, so that they can give you 1 hour of additional support to catch you up, answer any questions you may have, address any misconceptions, or work with the family to support you in any way we can. Our school hours are going to be going back to 9 a.m. to 3:15, so we're very excited to have our students back for the full day. In-person clubs and field trips, as well as in-person school events, are all back in action. So we're excited to get our Clayton Huey families back to the building so that we can see all the great things that are going on in our school. Keep an eye out if you haven't already gotten them. Our summer mailings are going out periodically. They continue to be mailed out regularly. We have information in there about our CHAMP after school program, about our school year in general with letters from me, and information about teachers and our websites. So make sure you keep an eye out for all of that information, so that you're in the loop. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our office. Fifth graders are going to be distributed Chromebooks. So there's information on the district website about when and how to pick those up. The Chromebook distribution for fifth graders is going to be part of our one-to-one initiative. So our fifth grade students will be able to actually travel back and forth to school with their Chromebooks this year. But that doesn't mean that our K-4 students are not going to have their technology. They will, but we'll just be keeping it in the classroom. Arrival and dismissal for our students is going to look similarly to last year for student drop off and pickup if you're not utilizing our buses. So just be aware that if you are dropping off your children, K-2 students are going to go to the Brookfield entrance. It is a kiss and go station, so just make sure that you keep the line moving there. Follow the directions of our security staff and teachers, and we should be good to go. The 3 to 5 students, last year, we did have you dropping off and picking up along Montauk Highway. This year, all of the construction that was going on at the funeral home next door is over, and they've continued to agree to let us use their parking lot to loop back around. So we're going to have the east side of the building as our drop-off location for 3 to 5 students. So you'll drop off there and then pull back out onto Montauk Highway. If you have students that are in K-2 and in grades 3 to 5, please go to the drop-off location of your youngest child. If you are picking up your children at the end of the school day and they're not staying after school for CHAMP or going on the bus, K-2 students will continue to get picked up at the Brookfield entrance, and 3 to 5 students at the gazebo, same as last year. In terms of health and safety measures that we're taking, last year, we definitely saw that the things that we did to keep our students and staff safe were extremely successful. And a lot of those are somewhat similar to the end of last year, but we are going to continue to revisit this, obviously, throughout the school year. as the numbers change and the guidance changes from the state and the county. So we are going to start the school year with 100% masking inside for students and staff, regardless of vaccination status, with the exception of when they're eating lunch or snack. Anytime the students are eating lunch or snack, you see below, we will be at 6 feet social distancing instead of 3 feet social distancing like we will be for the rest of the school day. Outdoors, however, no students or staff are going to be required to wear masks, but it is the individual's choice. If you'd like to wear your mask, you feel free to. And we will have 100% busing for students on the bus. I'm sorry, 100% masking for students. Quarantines this year are going to be much less likely and will have a less of an impact than they did last year. Last year, if you remember, when we had one positive case in a class, we quarantined an entire class worth of students. This year, we will be social distancing in a certain way, and it will allow us, based on the new guidance, to only quarantine the specific students that are located very close to that student within 3 feet when masks are not worn properly throughout the day. So please make sure that you encourage your child to wear their mask throughout the entire day so that we can keep our kids in our classes as much as possible. And like I said, as the school year continues, we will follow the Suffolk County Department of Health's mandates and rules and regulations with regards to quarantines. We do, like I said, though, want to try to get things back to normal. So our 5th graders will be back to having their lockers in full use. School activities are back in action. We have our CHAMP program as we ran it last year, but it will be running at its previous times. So 7:15 a.m. we'll start our morning program, and we will run from 3:15 to 5:30 for the afternoon program. And our clubs are all back as well, and not only back, but in person. So we are excited to get the kids back into our clubs and having them participate in these things that they missed out on some of them last year, but we're trying to get back to that norm, right? And if you haven't done so yet, please make sure that you follow us on all of our social media pages: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We do like to post things throughout the school year to show you all of the great things that are going on in our classes and provide you with important information throughout the year. So with that, I just want to take one last opportunity to welcome you all back and wish you the best school year. We're excited to have our kids back. I also want to just take a moment to thank our teachers and our parents for working so hard last year and being so cooperative in helping to get our kids the best education possible in the worst or craziest of circumstances. Without all of you working together, it wouldn't have been possible. So thank you once again. Thank you to our teachers for all of your hard work and continued hard work this year. We look forward to having everybody back in school soon. Take care.